Yeah.
Recording in progress.
So we have economics, paper 1 of 2, May, June 2022. The first question. So what is an example of a free good? When we talk about free good, we are talking about goods that are produced without the use of factors of production. So we have defense, it needs factors of production. Education, it needs factors of production. Health services needs factors of production. Sunshine doesn't need factors of, it's natural. So free goods are basically natural.
Yeah.
So the answer is D. That's question 1. Question 2. A student has nothing to do on a Friday evening. She withdraws $5 from the $100 she has in a savings account, and buys a present to take to a party to which admission is free. What does this involve? It involves an opportunity cost, yes. So C and D is not an option. For A, it said an opportunity cost equal to 95. No. The opportunity cost is that amount that she is supposed to spend on something else. That is the opportunity cost.
Yes.
So the answer is B. Clear. Question C. The diagram shows PPC for a country. What might cause a shift from point Q to point L? Now it's a shift, not movement. If it was a movement, it would have been that the economy is, that's the point.
Yeah.
If it was a movement, it would have meant that the economy is investing on consumer goods to improve the standard of living. But here there's a shift, an outward shift.
Mm-hmm.
So an outward shift is as a result of an investment or increase in investment. Do you understand? So if it was a movement from capital goods to consumer goods, or from consumer goods to capital, that is movement along that curve. But here they said a shift. A shift can be inward or outward. Outward could be as a result of technological advancement. It could be as a result of training and education. It could be as a result of discovery of new raw materials.
Yes.
So that's an outward shift. Put it in mind.
Yes.
So the answer is C. Question 4. Which relationship would be studied by an economist specializing in macroeconomics? When you talk about macro, it's about aggregate demand and aggregate supply. So because it's aggregate demand and aggregate supply, we're talking about inflation rate and unemployment rate. Is it clear? Question 5. In recent years, a government has started to make more use of free market system. However, they are doing it very slowly to avoid the disadvantage that a free market system might bring. One of the problems of free market is that it brings about income inequality because they provide goods and services for those that can afford them. But one of the government's macroeconomic objective is to reduce the gap between the rich and the poor. Do you understand? So definitely, government is trying to take away that increase in inequality of income.
It's one of the goals of government.
One of the goals of government.
Redistribution of income.
Redistribution of income. Yeah, that means reducing the gap between the rich and the poor, which could be like increasing progressive tax and increasing benefits on social benefits. Is it clear? Yes. So the answer is B. Question 6. No, question 5, right?
Yeah, D.
D, yes. Question 6. What will cause the demand curve for a good to shift to the right? Goods to shift to the right is not A. A decrease in disposable income will reduce demand. A decrease in, the answer is B, but let's check C. A decrease in price of substitute. If there's a decrease in the price of substitute, what happens to the demand curve? Demand curve will not shift because a decrease in the price of substitute would automatically reduce the price of other substitutes too. Do you understand? So if Pepsi reduces price, trust me, Coca-Cola will reduce price. Do you get it?
Yes.
But a reduction in the price of a complementary goods might increase the demand curve for its complements, shifting it rightward.
Not shift, I think it will move. If the operator.
No, price will cause movement. D.
Oh, yeah.
A decrease in price will cause movement.
Yeah, that's what I do.
It's movement, not shift.
Oh, yeah, I know, okay.
So question 6 is B. Question 7. The diagram shows which demand curve has plus elastic demand. The demand curve is A and D, and that's horizontal. So that horizontal shows that it is perfectly elastic. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Question 8. That's D. Question 8. The table shows the demand and supply schedule for rice. The current price is at 2 per kilo. The price at 2 per kilo, look at the table. The schedule is showing that at 1.5, demand equals to supply. So the equilibrium price is 1.5.
Yeah.
The equilibrium quantity is 2020. QD equals to QS. So that means at 2, it is above the equilibrium price. Selling above the equilibrium price will lead to excess supply, surplus.
Yes.
Now, if the price fell to 1, that means below equilibrium price.
Yeah.
That will lead to excess demand. Do you get it?
Which be a deficit in supply. It's actually in supply.
Excess demand. Don't use deficit here.
No, I was gonna say deficit, but it's shortage of supply.
Shortage.
Yeah.
But excess demand is shortage of supply.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So a price below equilibrium price will lead to excess demand. A price above equilibrium price will lead to excess supply because it will be excess supply because of the law of supply. And it will be excess demand because of the law of demand. When the price falls, consumers tend to buy more because consumers are price conscious. Is it clear? Yes. So the answer is C, question 8. Question 9. The diagram shows the fixed cost, variable cost, and total cost of a firm at output S. Which distance represents the firm's VC? VC is at OQS. OQS.
Yeah,
So which is QS? Is it clear?
Yes.
That's D. Question 10. It said, what could cause profits to be high in a monopoly market? Profit will only be high if there's barrier to entries.
Yeah.
Clear?
Yes.
Question 11. Which firm is most likely to be classified as a small firm in the tertiary sector? Farm is the primary sector, steelwork is in the secondary sector, supermarket is a tertiary sector. So we have hairdresser in the tertiary sector, supermarket in the tertiary sector. So hairdresser is considered as small because it's personalized service, yes, unlike supermarket. So the answer is B. Clear?
Yes.
Question 12. Germany is considered as a capital-intensive economy, while Indonesia is considered as a labor-intensive economy. A country will be considered as capital-intensive because capital is cheap in such country. A country will be considered labor-intensive because the demand for supply of labor is more in that country. That means the cost of labor is cheap in that country. Do you get it?
Yes.
So the answer is A. 13. A bank continues to operate loss-making branches. Loss-making branches means loss-making. That means the branch of the bank is not making profit, but it still continues to operate. So that means that branch bank is not going to grow. That branch is not efficient. That branch will not be making profit. Yes or no?
So ABC is not.
It's not. So the answer is social welfare. You know what social welfare is? That means the bank is just there to help the society. It's not thinking about growth. It's not thinking about profit.
It's more like a government bank or central bank than commercial, right?
That branch is more like social enterprise.
Yeah.
Is it clear?
Yes.
So that was question 13D. Question 14. Question 14. Yeah, the table shows how 3 people XYZ spend their income. They said we should make the order of income from lowest to highest. Put it in mind, lowest income earners, they spend the highest proportion of their income on basic needs. Middle income earner, they spend the largest proportion of their income on either entertainment or leisure. Highest income earner, they spend the highest proportion of their income on luxury.
Mm-hmm.
So Z represents basic, X represents middle, Y represents luxury. So it is ZXY.